Hi everyone, this is Pam with Bug Bites today on Tuesday Treat, and my project today is from Stacks, Boxes and More, and it's page number 117, and I've also named it according to the button. It is button number 36 on the overlay, and I do have the buttons numbered because it's easier if I want to work in my Cricut without the Gypsy, which is nowadays very rarely. And I have also toned out all the pages from different languages. And this number, because this is an image cartridge, it's easy to number just starting from page 1, and you can go on like that. But if it's a font cartridge, especially in the older ones, it's not always the same. You cannot just go name it 1, 2, 3 there, because here it will be in QWERT, just like as in a typical typewriter, and here it will be in ABC order. So before numbering, you should take care to check whether this and the overlay is in the same order. So for this project, I am using the blackout feature of the box, and I have also used a window on a box, but it's not using this because I wanted the heart shape, the window, to be on this side and not on this side, so that it would make some of my calculations easier. So everything which I've used is this blackout feature. I went to Hobby Lobby and picked up these papers. I have tons of papers, but I usually try to test cut with the white cardstock. Either it's 8.5 by 11, which I get it in bulk in Costco, or sometimes if it's not available in Walmart. And I also always keep a bunch of 12 by 12 white sheets and white cardstock and black cardstocks, because if I ever need to do test cuts, I don't want to waste my pattern paper. Here's a view of the boxes. I have made 3 already. This is box number 1, which does not have any window cut out. This tag was made with the leftover piece. I didn't want to waste it, so I made that tag for that box. This is box number 2, and I didn't want to leave it with a plain window, so what I did was take a inkjet transparency, and using Photoshop I made a stained glass effect. I will be sharing that GIF file. It'll be on the miscellaneous file section. And that is box number 3. That box is bigger than the rest of the box. I chose to cut away the handle. I have used for this Love Struck cartridge, but I'll show you a way in which we can avoid using that cartridge too and make our own welding. It'll not be exactly the same, but something close enough. And these flowers are also made with the Gypsy. The only thing which I added to it was some paint, watercolor paint, and a bead in the center. Now let's take a look at the Gypsy file. I have opened a new mat, 12 by 12 mat, and because I have the lovely papers which is 12 by 12, I didn't want to use 12 by 24, which is usually what I use for boxes because I can get it big, but this time, for the sake of the pretty papers, I'll use 12 by 12. And then from looking at the cartridge book, that this creative feature is the shadow, so I'll tap on that till it turns red and choose button 36 and see that it's a heart clearly enough. If I don't see clearly, I can just go like this, tap somewhere here and try to go there and then come back and leave it out. So it'll give me a big enough view, or I can always press on the zoom button here and click on that image. It should bring me the view. So I know this is what I need now, blacked out without any holes or something. So I'll go back and I'll tap on that image, and then the mat, you can see it's teeny tiny. So first thing which I want to do is increase, and I'll try to approximately increase it first to about 5 inches, and then I'll go with the double arrow key to increase it as much as possible. So you can see when it hits the sides of the mat, irrespective of where the image is placed, as long as it hits the side of the mat, it stops. So the mat is the delimiter for the size. And to increase it a little more, I can just tap on the height, linked, and then tap on the small arrow to increase it a little bit more. So it will stop for this figure at least at 6.29. So to change this, suppose I do not want the handle and I want the box a little bit bigger, what I can do is press on the menu button, change the mat size to 24 by 12, and then increase the width or the height, because it's linked in this case, a little bit more, till I think that the handles can cut off so that I can use ribbon instead. And it does not matter whether your mat is 12 by 24 or 12 by 12. It doesn't matter, it will still cut. But if you do not want that to happen, you can always, once you increase, go back. Press the menu button, go back and change mat size to 12 by 12. And here you have it, the image with the handles cut off. So this is one way you can cheat the Gypsy into giving you more width and height. Here is the view of the file which I've already made. This is page 1, and I'm going to cut this. I've rotated, as you can see, to minus 90 degrees here, because clockwise is always on the negative side, and I wanted it at minus 90 because I wanted this heart shape up so that I can figure out the size of the embellishment. I used this to cut this box out. This shape here was left over, so these two pieces, instead of throwing it away, I thought I will just coat it a little bit here. You can just fold it and use that and glue till there. You can apply the glue till there and then take a punch, maybe a crocodile, punch it and decorate it and ink the edges and use this for a tag for your box. This is page 2, and I just picked out a heart from Gypsy Wanderings. So we can see from where I got that heart by first selecting that image. Since I've grouped it, if it's purple, just tap out and then tap back in so that the whole image is selected. Go to the keypad layout, and this is the heart. So when I just keep pressing hold of the heart, you'll see that below my hand it says Gypsy Wandering. So that's the cartridge, and I've just grouped it together so that in case I need to resize, and I have used that to cut this box here with a window. And for the window, I just made a file by counting the number of boxes in the heart, and you can see that it covers somewhere, let us say 2-inch square. Then I can just shift it and paste it here inside, and it'll give me that stained glass effect. In page 3, I have given some options by resizing. One of them is the tag which I've used here, the first one on this, so that I felt that I could just take and close it and then give this iris folds and then inked the edges over here, and then put some bling and glue it closed. I also wanted it off center. I liked it off center. I just gave you one more option here for the full one. And if you like it centered, I just gave you some more. These are grouped, and that set is grouped together. This set is grouped together, and this is just a plain one for you in case you just want a different color, and I'll get to this.